Okay, we're getting ready to deploy some harpoons. First we'll be deploying them as range and bearing known, and then with only bearing known. What we're going to do, we're approaching waypoint 4, so as we approach here, let's go ahead and get set up for the range and bearing known. We're also going to use waypoint 6 there as our HP TP. Arm, air to ground, and we'll select the harpoon page. There we go. Now we'll set the HTPT. Again, that's the point to where it will go to first before it turns towards the target. And to do that, we'll just go ahead and select it. There's 6. We've selected 6 on the HSI. And notice how there's a W6 there now. And we'll also go ahead and select a target, which will be 7. And all we have to do is just designate it on the target. That's pretty much it. It's very well simple. Nothing else to do except fly the aircraft. And we're not going to launch them until we get to point 5 though. Also notice how it says in the HUD that we're off axis. We won't come on, and when we do come on axis, that will go away, and that means we can fire the harpoons. After we fire the harpoons, we're going to go direct to waypoint 7 to see if they hit the target. The target has been put at waypoint 7. I'm just using the KID as that. It's in the lake. And if you go to your map, world's map, you can use your TACPAC selector to put the carrier right there on that waypoint, which is in the middle of that lake. Another thing too is the harpoons, if you shoot them, they will go down and go into a mountain and crash. They don't avoid mountains, so you have to have pretty level ground. Again, they're set up to be shot at sea, and not try to avoid mountains. And if we look at the HUD, you see that HP TP is angle is correct, so we can go ahead and fire these guys. Turn around and lock them. There goes one, there goes the other one, and they're off. And we're going to head straight to, they're going to be off on they're going to be heading towards the HPTT point. And we'll head straight to the target so we can watch them hit it. I'm going to go into full burner here. What's really neat is actually use your air-to-air radar and follow them to the target. And what's really neat is when we get into the bearing-only mode, is to actually follow them and then watch them automatically go towards the target as they pick it up autonomously. So they're out there heading towards, in that general direction right there, heading towards the HPTP. And as we zoom in, we see the KID there. Oh, there we go. And that's it. And we'll head back to waypoint 3 again. And this time we'll set up for bearing only. Okay, we just finished doing the range and bearing known launch of harpoons. Now we're going to do a bearing only launch. This is whenever we know the general direction of the target, but we don't know what the range of the target is. So we just go ahead and set up the harpoon page. Our notice in the HSI how it's showing how it was previously set up, and we're going to go ahead and set up the HP TP for number 5, waypoint 5 again. So we just go to your HP TP on the Harpoon page and strike that. Now we got a W5 in the for the HTP. And notice how the HSI is showing that the that is the HTP. Also, so now we know that the Harpoon for the BOL by setting its general direction in the bearing of 200. That's where we're guessing that the range is. And we're going to set up a search range of 15 miles. That means that's when it'll start searching. And we're going to have a self-destruct range of 35 miles. So if it doesn't find a target by 35 miles, it self-destructs. Okay, we're pretty much set and ready. Actually, we could actually fire it now, because again, notice on the HUD that the HPTP angle is correct. But we'll wait until it turns towards waypoint 5. And again, notice how that we have the flight set for high, but you can set that for high, medium, or low. Medium's about 15,000. Low is right on the deck. Again, remember these harms will run into the mountains. They won't evade correction. These harpoons won't evade the mountains, so they'll run right into them. Termination is pop for this one. That's where it pops up. You can also have a skim where it just goes straight on into it. There we go. We're going to wait till we get past these mountains before we launch those, before we launch the harpoons. And again, if we launch them, we'll head directly to waypoint 7 and see if they hit the target. Let's just take a look over there and see if they have the kid there. Yep, there's the kid way over there. And we'll go ahead and launch these guys now. There they go. Okay, we'll turn to waypoint 7. And again, it's always fun to follow these guys in, especially the ones where the you have but bearing only, and then you can actually see when they pick up the target and actually turn off their initial course. Like this one would be going, they would be going 200, and then all of a sudden they'd find them and then they head right straight towards the target. It's pretty neat looking. Great video too. And we'll head on down. And now we return RTB to Fallon via Calais. Oop, there we go, heading to Calais.